Guns up, dicks out. Let's do this.
Woo.
Alright. I really don't have any stories for today. Not much really happened. Beyond someone's head's gonna fucking roll at work. Ain't gonna be mine.
Whatever.
Someone fucked up setting up someone. And, left an employee with admin credentials and access to all of the classified, restricted, and otherwise confidential files.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. What did I
somebody
miss?
fucked up, and it wasn't me.
Oh, hey, whatever happened with your coworkers and your boss finding out that you were in fact holding the entire team on your spot?
Nothing.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, it's been, yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the problem is that if the next highest person in numbers is still doing a third to half what Sneaky is, they can't just sweep the entire team.
Yeah.
They can't.
So.
And they're sure as hell not going to give Sneaky the raise that would be needed for him to take up the rest of the team's work as a whole.
Fucking they would need to pay me 3 times what they're currently paying me for me to do that.
They're not going to.
Of fucking course they're not going to.
Because they know that even
that
though
was-
what Sneaky should do in a proper free market economy is go, you're not paying me enough for the work that I'm doing. Fuck you, I'll find someone who will. They know that Sneaky, being the age that he is, has likely no retirement, no health care, no fallback position, and no assets. So they can continue to pay him dirt cheap, and he'll remain there because, boy, I like not starving to death.
Well, I mean, you aren't
yeah.
wrong, but also this company doesn't get on my shit about the fact that I have a script running every single day that will open Notepad for 3 seconds and then close it on a randomly determined time between 5 to 10 minutes, which just so happens to be under the mandated secure lock of the computer. So, they're not...
Well, the thing is, as you explained to me, you're hitting your weekly numbers often within the first 3 days.
Yeah,
So,
well, I mean, yeah.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Get mad at you for doing your job?
Yes. But that's the funny part, right? Like, it's like we actually had a lot of people. So when we moved over to remote, we had a lot of people who were trying to get away with that sort of shit, where they would like turn a mouse clicker program on or a keyboard clicker program on, and because everything we do is keylogged, security team was able to clearly see that every exactly 0.5 seconds. The mouse was clicked. And the mouse was clicked every 0.5 seconds for a whole day. Every single day. For weeks. And,
no.
Yeah, so, yeah, the security team was like, yeah, you're using a mouse clicker, you're not doing your job, your penalty, you're fired. That's actually a 0 strike policy. If you get caught doing like a mouse clicker and shit, they just go, yeah, you're fired. But yeah, because I wrote a script that randomly generates a time every single time the script runs, and what the script does is it calls another script, and the other script is it opens up Notepad and then closes Notepad. And then, and then the script runs again.
So what I'm hearing is you have just enough an annoyance trail in there that they don't get on your ass.
Well, no, it's the fact that the script runs randomly between 5 to 10 minutes. So there's no.
But surely they can go, this script runs every 5 to 10 minutes.
They're not that smart.
They could if they knew what they were looking for. But the thing is that I wrote it. This isn't like a program that you can buy or download off the internet. Like, I wrote this.
Yes, I see.
Secondly, I have the script that runs. It runs at a random time, so they also can't look for something that's running every X amount of time, because a lot of programs out there that do this sort of shit are very precise and inhuman in how they operate. And more importantly at the end as well, it's the fact that it opens Notepad, which is something we use frequently. So they're not going to be like, oh, he's opening Notepad a lot. No, that's I literally have like 29,000 notepads open during the day. So
I, the Emperor, that displeases me.
Yeah.
But they can't see that you're just opening and closing it without actually doing anything in it.
They can, but it's not like I said. If they specifically looked at my computer and manually combed through the activity throughout the day, they would see it. But any sort of automated filter isn't going to flag it.
So their nanny software spyware doesn't catch it.
Yeah.
It just looks like legitimate work.
Exactly. Yeah. And
See, I'm just happy that I work for a company that doesn't have that.
well, again, to be fair, remote stuff, right? So you
Yeah.
got to make sure your employees are actually at the fucking computer, right? Because this has been a problem before where people, like, this is legitimately something that happened while I was at this company, is I was on site working on a project, and I call the RTO, the remote technical officer, and they don't pick up. The reason why they didn't pick up is because they thought, oh, well, the on-site guy's working. That means I'm basically, like, doing nothing for free. So I can, like, go shopping now. And decided to drive an hour out to a shopping mall and do some shopping for 2 hours.
Okay. Look.
Yeah.
I can understand going for a few minutes when you're right. You know what? There have been times when I've called my boss and said, "Boss, I'm running to the store," right? But talk to your fucking boss.
Yeah. Or, communicate with the person who's currently doing your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prove that you're an adult, and guess what? You'll be treated like a fucking adult.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Sounds like the kind of person that doesn't need to be in IT, because you're not being paid to sit there and do nothing. You're being paid to sit there in case someone needs to call you for a question or a problem to be solved.
Yeah, well, she girl mathed it and decided that actually
I wouldn't even call that girl mathing. That's just stupid mathing, Sneaky.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Not touching that.
But yeah, so like that shit's actually happened. Like we had multiple times people would be like, turn on the mouse clicker program and then like go play games for the rest of the day. Which
is funny. There are mouse clicker programs that will do it at random.
Oh, I know.
And they didn't do that.
No, because they're fucking stupid. Unlike me, who writes their own script to open Notepad, and then I go play games for the rest of the day.
don't even have to be smart. You just need to be barely smart to be like, how to make randomized script and just copy paste from the first YouTube video.
Bro,
Yeah.
I could literally make a randomized script in Excel. I could make an Excel macro that would do that.
Yeah. I know. It's great.
Of course, you shouldn't have to. Your bosses shouldn't be trying to micromanage and, all that shit.
Now, like I said, to be clear, I have a boss, and we do in fact have remote work privileges. But nobody in my office has fucking abused them.
Yeah, well, privileges of hiring locals is that you can kind of hold them responsible. We got people hired all across the states at these points, and well, yeah, it's a little bit hard to punish them.
It's coming back to
Fire
bite
them.
them in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, Sign, did you just say fire them?
Yeah, now we're down a person.
You can't do that, unfortunately.
No, they can. It's just now we're down a person.
Well, that's why they're not doing it, because they can't, because then it starts making the work hard for everyone else. And as I said at the start of this, even if Sneaky's doing 2 to 3 times the next lowest person, that's an entire team gone if they just wipe everyone below that point.
Yeah.
And they literally cannot afford to do that.
Dock their pay.
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh,
No, you
wait, they just quit.
To be clear, docking somebody's pay is absolutely allowed.
Probably depends on state and situation.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
Sneaky's company hires from several states, they have to keep in touch with federal laws and several state laws.
Yeah.
Which
I would
just
say
muddies
the
everything so much
thing
more.
The most common thing that will happen with a company is that they'll think that, oh, I can withhold your wages because you quit. No.
No.
You still owe me.
That's wage theft.
Yeah,
But that's my point, right?
gets you.
There are absolutely times when you can withhold wages.
Man,
But
George has got a pretty based way to deal with sudden terminations and shit, actually, which I wish I'd known about at the time of mine.
Pipe bombs?
No, you can demand your final wages in cash before you go out the door. And if they refuse it for any reason, you get to make the call to the cops. Be like, hey, call about wage theft.
Ooh, nice.
And you can bring a sheriff down to the office. It becomes a whole legal thing. It's like, damn. Because my father, being a small business owner and having worked for some larger corporations, knows a lot about Georgia labor laws.
I
And
imagine. Yeah.
you should have invoked that. It's like, I didn't know that was a thing. I'll remember it for the next job that tries to screw me over if I go to work for anyone else aside from myself or the family company.
Yeah. Yeah,
Remember,
well, it is what it is, but
yeah. Just remember, kids, always check your local wage laws, your local labor laws, because sometimes they're on your side and other times they're.
Don't you know labor laws are communist?
But yeah, what point is I'm trying to get to is it really baffles me that these people are so fucking stupid and so fucking useless, because it's literally I do my job and then I go play video games for the rest of the day. Like, I don't know how these fucking people are, like, completely incapable of doing their job and then just going to play the video games that they wanted to play the whole time. That's the reason why.
Probably because they do it the wrong order.
Well, yeah, that is true, yeah. And that is the reason why I don't want to really leave this company either, is because they don't get on my ass about that. They have been giving me incremental raises over the past 3 or 4 employee reviews that were not 1% garbage. So, it's been good. It's been good to me.
Oh, you've worked with us 10 years. Here's a 25-cent raise. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I just straight, it is what it is. I just straight up fucking told my manager, I was like, hey, look, unless I'm getting paid, like, a lot more fucking money, I'm leaving.
Take my chances back in South Dakota.
I have to go find a job that pays me the money I need to fucking pay rent, and right now that's not you. And he's like, okay, we'll see what we can do. And then and then a year later, I'm getting paid $12,000 more. So
Yeah, it probably helps that at the time you asked that, you became a preferred
oh yeah,
name to ask for.
yeah.
Like,
Everyone, yeah.
What was it? What was it? The friend of your company's owner has asked for you by name a few times.
Yeah. I'm glad, yeah, because I'm glad it was when it was, because he stopped calling in because he got super paranoid about his employees like trying to use Miles behind his back or something. I don't fucking know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know what I
Did
said.
he go off the deep end, or?
Yeah, he's getting old, so he's like, oh, they might call in. It's like, okay.
Whatever you say, sir.
No, they'll call in.
I mean, it's from what I understand, it's a pretty small freaking office. I've talked to some of his employees like once, twice maybe, and it's like I can hear everyone else in the office talking, and they can hear them talking to me. So it's not like it's gonna be subtle.
I suppose not with quarters like that.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, are you talking to Henry? Oh, Sullivan said hi. It's like, okay, well, damn, I guess tell the whole fucking office, I guess. It's just, I'm not really sure why he just went really crazy about that. Because, like, aside from him, only one task was ever put in not by him. And he was standing next to the person when they called in. So I don't know.
I mean, that's just really sad to hear, though, if he's going off the deep end.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, it's fucking inconvenient human biology. The hardware just starts failing and the software goes with it.
Yeah, it's a very poor design choice, really. Honestly, I think we should speak to the manager.
Yes. It's time to take the fight to the
God.
manager.
Yeah,
What's with your
let
shitty
me-
design doc?
Let me know how that goes for you.
Coxgun. I'm gonna speak to the manager.
No, I don't need to do that. I have a direct line to him. I can talk to him at any time.
I'm
because
sure
I'm
you
not a
can.
Catholic.
Of course.
Jesus, that.
Now, when's the last time he answered?
Oof.
Well, arguably, it would be the time
Oof.
when he didn't let me die as a 2-year-old from the brain tumor.
I don't know.
Well, that's
Maybe that
fair.
was Satan.
Technically possible.
Maybe Satan was like, damn, this guy's gonna fucking get his shit rocked. I'm gonna make sure he lives.
The greatest punishment I can inflict.
Live longer, bitch.
Suffer.
Live longer, dickweed.
I've given you immortality. Okay.
Several
how is it the
people
punishment? You'll
currently
find
saying
out.
prayers for Sneaky with the exact same motive.
Live longer, fucker.
You
No.
will see all of your hobbies become mainstream.
I hope Asmongold plays your game.
Oh,
I love that insult. That was just great because it will happen.
I'm glad that one. It was short-lived in how heavily it was being spread around, but I'm glad it still exists.
Yeah.
Listen. I can take a deep comfort in knowing that Asmongold will never touch my games.
I hope.
Well,
EA
now that you put that out in the
punishes
universe,
You see, it's
No,
funny.
hang on. Max.
no,
I want
you
to
put it
know
out in the
No,
universe,
what
no.
the
man.
odds of him playing EX versus are.
See, you say that, but The Final Fantasy people said that.
Alright, well, what's his odds of playing Dota?
Actually, fun fact: he will never play a MOBA. That is true.
We're safe. We get to experience our hell game.
But,
It's
You
not
mean you
Dota
don't want
that
him bringing in new blood?
No, we don't want him bringing in new blood. They'll ruin our games.
You know what Tectone will do? He'll play Dota.
Oh, God.
But I don't care about that. Listen. They're never gonna play Extreme Versus. I'm safe from that.
Okay, but counterpoint, we're never going to play Extreme Versus either because Bondi hates us.
Yeah, you got you there.
I mean, you right, but why you gotta come at me like that? But it's not like he's gonna play
Because-
Mbon either.
He's also on the ship, and he's making sure it sinks.
Indeed. Attack on Titan Wings of Crystal! Warning spoilers for AOT! Wings of Crystal is an alternative retelling of the novelization of the AOT storyline. It centers around two of my original characters.
Okay, so why are we here?
Lazarus Averbuck, a member of the Marley Warrior Unit and the sole survivor of the extreme secret experiment that grants him laser beams.
Excuse
and
me?
Michael
Okay,
Smith.
Sneaky,
Yeah.
is the laser beam thing real or are you just shitposting again?
I can't tell.
This is why I'm asking.
No, it just grants him special new Titan powers, which may or may not be laser beams.
Which
I'll
is
be
it?
honest,
Is it
for a
may or may
second I
not?
thought you said special new type powers, and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be a wild crossover.
Yeah, he's gonna get into
No,
the
no.
Flesh Gundam.
Oh,
don't
I hate that that's
Talk
accurate.
about that.
Shut up and get in the Flesh Gundam.
Shut up and get in the Flesh Gundam.
We don't talk about that because we don't actually know anything about it. That is a thing, by the way.
Yeah.
From a 1-minute special that was shown at an event, and the only record that exists of it is like 360p, no, 240p camera phone footage. I hate Bondi.
Despite having one of the worst ads you've ever seen, the story was kind of good. Be cute fairy girl. Go to library. Love library. Lich attacks city and destroys it entirely. Your mother sacrifices herself to encase you in a crystal. You are now Dungeon Core. Good luck. Oh, okay.
What?
Alright, I guess. And Michael Smith, a resident of the walls whose life was changed when the Titans destroyed Detroit.
I mean,
It was
that's
already
probably a
destroyed.
net benefit for mankind. I'm gonna be real.
Right?
73 chapters, 600,000 words, 54 favorites, 38 reviews. Yeah, half of these reviews don't even have words.
Really?
Yeah, these are just blank.
Wait, what? How?
Huh?
Yeah, they're just
You
blank.
can't
Oh!
do that, man.
Just straight up blank.
Are they using the invisible 0160 character?
No, there's no character at all. I'm highlighting the whole fucking thing. There's no fucking character at all.
Huh.
Just blank.
Is this... How old is that profile that's leaving the blank reviews?
I mean, they left it on May 19th, and this profile was created back in 2015.
Huh.
Yeah.
Holy shit, there's a section for burn notice on this website?
Yeah, I can't imagine there's too many fucking stories for it, though.
Probably not.
Alright, so, instead of reading this really confusing dog shit summary, I'm going to summarize it for you guys. It's a gay fic, and the author is female.
But of course.
Damn it.
And the story is about all of the guys think all of the other guys are fucking all of the other guys.
Wait, is this that one My Hero Academia thing?
No, it's a fucking... No!
Because the plot sounds very similar based on what you're saying, Sneaky.
To what?
All the guys are gay, they're in the locker room.
No, that
Come
is
on
a
now.
completely different story that had a completely different entire context and goal of the story. This is a story literally just about all of the guys think all of the other guys are gay and fucking all of the other guys, but don't think any guy is fucking them, but all of the other guys think they're fucking someone.
The scene you're thinking of, Stein, was a one-off scene far into the fic that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. For a My Hero Academia story in which Izuku gets the powers of Leviathan from Worm.
See, now to be fair, it's almost like they're all reading off the same script when it comes to this shit.
Yeah,
So it's really hard to tell them
well,
apart.
it's the same script called Female Delusions, in which the female does not know how a dick works or how male relationships work, and because they are the fucking gravity well of the sun, they believe that everything works the same way for everyone because they have no conception that anything would ever be different from their personal worldview. Does that remind you of anyone, Sign?
Yeah, I'm
You.
talking to him right now.
Oh, well, you should stop talking to yourself.
Fair.
Glory by Triad. Mikasa is on the battlefield of her junior year in high school.
You just gave me whiplash with that.
I gave
Oh,
myself
God.
whiplash with that.
No powers.
Sneaky had
high
to do
schooling.
a real-time double take with that one.
Right?
Yeah, I heard the gears grind to a halt as he restarted that sentence.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
What?
Aaron and Reiner think they're above it all. Above the cliques, above the drama, when in reality, they're in the mud and trenches with her. Okay, so this is clearly A, female, and B, someone who's never been a guy in high school. And I will have you know, I was in fact above the drama, I was in fact above the cliques, and I was in fact above it all. Because that's just how I rolled.
Well, to be clear, you were mostly an aloof, friendless bastard.
I was in fact
Well,
not a friendless bastard in high school. I had like a whole
said
cult.
Mostly.
I had a whole cult. I don't think you can call that mostly.
Sneaky, I get the feeling you may have been the cause of some trauma.
Oh, I was absolutely, though. Let me be clear here. I didn't say I didn't cause drama. I said that I wasn't part of the drama.
Causing it makes you part of it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
The
does.
direct cause. Yes, it does.
No, you see, I am the boat.
You are the instigator.
I am the boat that makes the wakes. I am the man who knocks.
Okay. I'm sorry, Riku. We didn't mean to hurt your fifis.
Oof.
Woo.
No, he knew what he was doing, and he knew the joke he wanted. I just gave him what he wanted.
You are above the drama, above the cliques, because you are in fact the school shooter.
Whoa.
Go there. I don't think you're allowed to go there.
That's clever.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But no, like literally, I just didn't. I literally could not give a shit about anyone's drama at all. I didn't let drama fester in my friend group. If someone did something to piss me off, I would tell them.
Well, that's called being an adult, which most high school kids have not managed.
By punching them out.
Because most high school kids are not, in fact, adults.
Yeah, I didn't calmly say you are making me mad. I gave him a black eye.
Oh, golly. I forget that I went to a high school full of reasonable, mature adults.
Oh,
Not based on the stories you shared with me.
Not at all. No.
I'm sorry, my
where is
friend
this
group.
Twilight Zone
I should be
world?
more specific. My friend group. I found the like
If you think so.
7 normal people. Well, mature people. We were not normal.
7 mature people in a high school. That sounds like a statistical outlier.
But yeah, anyway, my point being is that like you know, at high school, I just did my thing. I fucking showed up to classes whenever I felt like showing up to the class. And I mean, yeah, was that usually on time? Yes. Did that mean I did not sleep through the class? Absolutely slept through most of those classes. Did not give a shit that the teacher was angry at me. I wore a fucking fedora in school. And you know why I got away with wearing a fedora in school? Because I went to the school principal and I said, hey, principal, can I wear a fedora in school? I think it'd be cool. And he was like, you know what? That is pretty cool. Thanks for asking me. Yeah, you have a hall pass to wear your fedora during school. And I was like, cool. Thanks. You know, I just went around and I just did my own fucking thing. And I had fun, and I was above the drama. I was above the cliques. I literally just went around. I had a friend group that had the linebacker, that had a fucking guy going through pre-boot camp because he was going to go become an Army Ranger. I had the honor students. I had the weird nerdy guys no one wants to hang around. I had everyone, okay? Everyone was in my little group because we just kind of like hung out around after school and talked about shit and had some fun.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Hang on. I have to interrupt you for the height of stupidity that has been inflicted upon me.
Okay, what's that?
Oh boy, we're just gonna share this link in the Fic 9K.
Okay. Freaking romance movie in the works from Wattpad. Oh, yes,
no.
Wattpad, yes.
Excuse me?
Yep, Wattpad.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, Wattpad. Yeah, so
Wattpad
basically,
still exists.
yeah, basically what's been happening recently is some movie companies, Netflix as well, Hallmark as well, have been trying to find new material, and they've been doing that by going to Wattpad and other places, and they've been approaching the most popular series on those places and being like, hey, we think you'd be a great fit for a TV/movie adaptation. Yeah.
Oof.
So, yeah, it's gonna go about as well as everyone thinks it's gonna go, which is to say, terribly.
Oh, it's going to be god awful.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I that knowledge was inflicted upon me, and I was like, I have to inflict this knowledge on the rest of my associates.
But anyway, also the point being is what I'm trying to get to is that I wasn't unique in being above the whole clique thing. Like, yeah, you had the football players, but that's because they all played football together, and they all really liked football, so they all hung around talking about football and working out. And yeah, you had the jocks, sort of, but that's because you had to be part of a specific club that met on a set date every single week to be allowed to use the school gym after school, to use all the workout equipment in the gym, because they had to make sure that you weren't doing anything stupid with it. So they ended up becoming a clique simply because they were required to use the equipment that they wanted to use. And yeah, you had the cheerleaders, but girls, so I mean, it's not really a good example. But yeah, aside from the guys who had to hang out together so they could use the gym equipment, and the guys who had to hang out together because they were part of the sports team, and the guys who had to hang out together because they were part of the band, there wasn't a whole lot of clickiness going on for the guys, at least. Yeah, some of them had, like, distinct friend groups, but, like, that was usually because they were the people that were nearest to them. You know, this is back in the day, pre-hyper internetization. You know, back in the day when your friend group was the 4 people that were, like, next door to you. Because you were next door to them. So you saw them every day. So it kind of made sense to just hang out with them because they were right there. And you were right there. And it was easy. Anyway, point being is that the guys didn't really have this whole clique shit. And girls being like, yeah, the guys, they're in the cliques, they're in the drama, they're in the bloody trenches of high school. No, not really.
Most people that I know, oh fucking shit. Most people that I know don't actually want to get into cliques. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to fix my microphone because the base just broke.
Yeah, I noticed. VTuber Confucius. Okay, so VTuber Confucius, it's all right. It's like, it's kind of funny, but it really, really drags the plot point of he's an old boomer trying to get into VTubing, and he does all the old boomer stuff. Ha ha ha, isn't it funny that he's old and doesn't know how technology works? Ha ha ha.
No, not really.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Like I said, it's kind of it's a cute idea of like, oh, you know, Confucius and his apprentice end up in the modern era, and they wander around Japan, and they're like, wow, these people are degenerate, and they have lost their way. And then they're watching TV one day, and Confucius sees a VTuber, and he's like, oh my god, can I do that? And so his apprentice helps him set up everything. Because apparently his apprentice just instantly adapted to being in the modern world and knows how to use computers and knows how modern currency works and knows modern conveniences and can do all of that. But Confucius is just too old to learn. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, they
Clearly,
somehow looked at the successful formula that was your boy Kong Ming and fucked it up.
Yeah. Hold on, getting some medicine.
So, what are we looking at next?
So we'll know
Okay.
when Sneaky gets back with his medicine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Sudafed and painkillers. Let's go.
Woo!
As long as you're not drinking, go for it.
And drinking. Let's go.
Sneaky,
Of
please.
course.
Drinking
If this is what does it, man, it's gonna be like kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, it'd be very anticlimactic. Island of Devils, The Father Machinations. Prequel to Island of Devils. Grisha Yeager has arrived on Paradis and is actively working towards stealing the founding titan from the Reese family. To accomplish this, he seeks out the true king's illegitimate daughter. Years later, his second son Aaron has inherited the attack titan and is trying to figure out how it works with the help of his father's memory. Okay, so basically it's a novelization of Attack on Titan if things didn't go to shit.
That's what it
guess.
sounds like.
Why?
This is a good question.
That's not
The
what
real
anyone
question
signed up
is,
for here.
where did all the Attack on Titan fans go after their series went to shit?
They fucked off.
Yeah, well, they really did fuck off. I mean, one favorite, one follow. One favorite, 4 follows.
I mean, I have the
2
other
follows.
answer. They went to JJJK.
4 favorites, 4 follows. 2 favorites, 3 follows.
Yeah, they definitely went to
93
JJK.
favorites. Is there a single... Okay, there is a single story on the front page that actually breaks 100 favorites. Seeking the Devil. Floch Forster bled out on the ground, grieving for the uncertainty of his homeland faced as death claimed him. At the end, he woke up from a long dream to find himself in a simpler time. This time around, the right-hand man of the devil shall stop at nothing to reach freedom, canon divergence, and time travel. Okay. That means nothing to me. Never could get past the first season? Yeah.
Probably not.
But I mean, other than that story, 1 favorite, 1 favorite, 2 favorites, 1 favorite, 0 favorites, 0 follows. This section is dead.
Most unfortunate.
I mean, look, the show was never that good to begin with, and then people started to realize it.
Good.
And
You're
then the
not wrong.
manga went, woo!
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real, Attack on Titan pretty far up its own ass.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like... Don't get me
I
wrong.
enjoyed most of it.
The
and then I got
first
to
season
like,
was
like,
kind of cool,
Great.
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first and I think even the second one was pretty good.
Yeah. But, like, so specifically the first season I'm calling out is pretty cool, because, like, they spent all this time showing this, like, group of people who are, like, going through boot camp together, and they're training, and they're all like, yeah, we're gonna kill some titans, and then the fucking titan outbreak happens, and, like within the first 4 minutes, like, half of them die, and it's like, oh, so that's the kind of story we're gonna be. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. And then they tried to keep that up in the second season. That's when they went out to the forest, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they tried to keep that up in the second season, and that kind of fell flat because they're like, oh, and the people are dying! It's like, yeah,
You kind of already established that it kind of doesn't matter.
already did
We
that.
kind of expected that.
Yeah.
You've kind of established that the only thing that matters here is
Ultra violence.
Aaron.
Well, A, ultraviolence, and B, your boy, what's his face?
Aaron Yeager.
Aaron Yeager.
No, not Aaron. The other guy.
Mikasa?
No, wasn't it? I
Naomi
mean,
Casa's
Levy?
girl. Levy, yeah.
yeah, Levy.
No, they didn't make that clear yet.
I
Yeah,
thought that
no,
was towards
they
the
made
end
it
of the
very
second
clear.
season.
Aaron Yeager is the super special hero.
Yeah.
I remember. Do we actually care about spoilers?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
that's
Literally,
great
they
to
turn him
know.
into fucking. They just go like, "I'm going to kill all Titans," and then it's like, "Yeah, so I'm going to kill everyone but Titans because I've decided to become a mass murderer."
Yeah.
Yeah, literally why? Oh, wait, because something, they're the descendants of the people who turned our people into monsters or some shit. And the Titans are his people.
Which doesn't make a whole
I
lot
don't
of
even
sense, but okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoyed most of Attack on Titan reading through the manga, but the last bit was just like, I don't know where you're going with this, man.
I didn't like the torturing Aaron bit.
Oh, I want to be clear. I know fucking almost nothing about Attack on Titan because I got to season 2 and said this is fucking stupid now.
Oh, well, would you like to know how it ended? Without any
Look,
context?
I know that he became. I know that at some point they discovered that there were humans on other countries, other continents. They weren't alone. They were just stuck there with Titans, and they all used to be Titans, or they could all unlock their Titan power. And then he decided to become fucking Hitler V2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Yep. And he was
Yep.
thanked for it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have the fucking image.
I don't know what the author was trying to say with that.
Yeah.
Well,
He
remember,
was
the
it.
author himself hates people, and especially Japanese people.
Possibly.
That's why all the Titans look Japanese. And all the heroes don't.
Well, first off, I did not know that, so I can't keep that in mind. Second, I need a source for that.
Sure, hang on.
Pretty sure the only one who was any close to Japanese was Mikasa. Because I remember reading
Yep.
a plot point of her literally being a descendant from one of the equivalent of Japan in that world. Because the
Yes.
world of Attack on Titan is just our world flipped.
Yes, that was in fact an important plot point concerning her bloodline.
What? So what? Mikasa's from the reverse side of the world?
She's from reverse Japan. Like, to keep the joke.
I see.
Like, she's
Now-
she's a descendant of like that world's version of Japan. And they can just
You could
tell
do
that.
something so much more interesting with reverse Japan. There are
This is
so
the
many jokes.
equivalent. I'm posting it in the chat. This is the equivalent of what happened.
Yes.
From what I remember of Attack on Titan in the manga is that Eren, I think that the author tried to frame it in that Eren more or less believed that he was in a do or die situation where the world wanted everyone on like the island that they lived on dead, and he kind of just went extreme about it. But it's been a while, so.
Do you
no,
just
okay,
hold
it-
that in reserve?
Okay, so in Aaron's defense, the way the author wrote it, they did want all of them dead, and if they couldn't enslave them, they wanted them dead.
Sorry, Sneaky,
So
what'd you say?
the world was motivated to do such.
Don't worry about it.
But the problem is that the world was motivated to do such like 30 fucking years ago. So he bought them a 40-year reprieve, which should allow the rest of the world to get another generation or two up and, ready to kill the giants again. Because he just put Titans back in that mythic spot of destroyers of the world. By, what was it? He reduced the population by 40%? Something like that?
I honestly do not know. I didn't really read the manga. I only pay attention to like the general clip notes and the events.
it was a large enough number that
Like, I know he went full extreme, like he unleashed all the Titans that were in the walls and went like Uber Titan before they stopped him. But that's kind of it.
It can't be stopped anymore, and then it got stopped.
Yeah.
Reasons?
Then they killed the
know.
source of all Titan powers, and nobody was Titan anymore.
Yeah, but it unfortunately it doesn't change the fact that people are gonna be like, okay, but you're still from the island that had all the Titan potentials, and we can't take your word that you can't turn into these anymore.
I think
So
they
again,
did
all
in
all
canon.
all that he managed to do was set up a big bad for the entire world to hate. So he ironically solved the world peace problem with one of the traditional tropes of if there's one bad guy, everyone will work together.
So he became Lelouch.
Yes, except that he
Pretty
became
much, yeah.
Lelouch in an attempt to save his people, but he only bought them maybe 40 to 60 years at best. He bought them maybe 2 or 3 generations worth of time.
Honestly, that's pretty much what happened as far as like things goes. I thought at the ending it was kind of just like, oh, everything's happy kind of shit. But
Oh.
I don't know if he ever clarified on that shit.
I wouldn't consider that happy. By the way, Sign, how's that source coming along?
I'm still looking. I can't find it.
Yeah, then
Mm.
you're.
I remember it
You
was
know,
in
doesn't exist.
discussion.
I can I just say, Sign? I appreciate how confidently you say wrong things.
It's not wrong. This was
Wha-
discussed ages ago when it first came out, and he admitted this in like some interview where he said, "Yeah, I just hate people, especially Japanese."
Okay,
people."
listen. There's also an interview where the creator of Gundam hates Gundam, except he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
it's a fake interview, bro. Like, it's a real
No,
interview
it's-
where
it's
some
not
ass hat
fake.
mistranslated it.
Sign, a simple Google search of "does AOT author hate humans" should have gotten you what you needed.
The fact that he made
didn't.
like a fantasy Japan in his world kind of makes me doubt he hated like Japanese people in particular. Because why would he make extra Japan?
Why would he make them mythic in stature?
Why would he make Mikasa like Japanese and make it a big plot
I was
point?
gonna say it sounds more like the opposite.
I wouldn't even say mythic. He
Like,
just made it notable.
I feel like, Sign, there have been several times that you have made a comment, we've asked for a source, and you've been magically unable to produce the source that you know exists.
He
I'm
made it
telling
up.
you, I heard this years ago. Okay, like
Was it revealed
10,
to you in a
15
dream?
years ago.
Sign. You are literally how disinformation gets spread.
You're welcome.
Like, listen, he was trying to proclaim that the etymology of Job was from one of the many Bible characters, and
From Job. Yes.
it's not. Job
Wait, I'm
is
sorry,
literally
what was
not.
he
Job
trying
is
to say?
Hebrew for. No, he's saying Job has its roots in Job, except that Job is about persecution, not working a fucking 9 to 5.
Yeah.
In which you were persecuted 9 to 5.
No.
Okay, you know,
No.
all right, you know, he's gonna get a server mute. Ping me once you find these sources, son.
You have been
Oof,
banished
rough,
to the nether.
gone. He's been deleted
Spoiler:
forever.
he's not gonna find it.
Yes, he will never find a single source in his life.
I wish we had a stat. I should have started this after the like 4th instance of this.
Yeah.
I need a running counter of how many times he's produced a source versus not.
Damn, that's
'Cause
crazy.
it feels like 2 and 5 he actually has a source.
That's true. Sometimes he is right. Rarely. But it can happen. Anyway, so let's go to the crossover section and see what's going on here. We got a Strange Monkey Boy Continuum, a Dragon Ball Z Attack on Titan story, which is a V2 continuation of someone else's fanfic. How do you feel about that?
So it's a rewrite and a continuation of someone else's?
Looks like it.
Did they get permission to do that?
I somehow doubt it.
No.
I mean,
maybe.
it's still weird, but if you have permission, at least it's a little
I mean,
less
he
weird,
asked
but
for
not
the
by
original
much.
permission. Not.
I mean, it's a choice. It is certainly a choice.
Yes. Let's see, we got Omni Titan. After defeating Vilgax once and for all, Ben 10 finds himself transported into a whole new universe with man-eating monsters known as Titans. And on top of that, Ben 10 is 10 years old and has the original Omnitrix again, and all of his powers are locked. That
Yeah,
sounds
he-
riveting.
He knows how to unlock them.
No, well, think that.
I mean, if he retains all his memories, he knows how to unlock the Omnitrix, because we know it's like actually just a combination.
He just has to remember the Konami code.
Yeah.
Oh god, imagine if that had actually been the fucking answer.
Bro, that would be the ultimate. All right, which clown had this before me? I have locked it with one of Earth's greatest secrets. You locked it with the Konami code?
Yes, no alien would ever know it.
Let me just turn off this nuclear device. Left, right, up, down, left, right.
You know, that's an excellent point. What?
Oh, it's up, down, left, right, VA, start.
You know, it's a good point though. Who would?
Yeah, they did have
Oh
that.
yeah, no, that actually did happen in Konosuba. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was in the
Konosuba did
fucking. That was in the Chuni village, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Of course it was in the Chuni village. Where else would it be?
Said Chuni Village also had a railgun, which was really fucking funny.
I just love that one of the previous fucking reincarnations came in and just fucked an entire village up, and it continued well after his death.
Said
Wouldn't it
village is
be
also
funny if
some of the
I-
strongest people in the setting, which is hilarious.
Which makes it all the better.
Wouldn't it be funny if I... No, it would not actually, but...
Yeah, that same guy, by the way, has done a few things that possibly could have destroyed the world because he was just like, oh, whatever, I'll just do whatever, I don't care anymore. Fucking.
I mean,
Oh, the genetic engineering's a new one.
He's literally a D&D character, just like, I do not give a shit about your game. I'm done. I'm gonna fuck up your world as much as possible.
Oh, so he's trios, but if he had been successful at bullshitting the DM,
yes.
DM, I'd like to create a giant robot. I mean, roll for if you get the materials. Natural 20, bitch.
So anyway, yeah, speaking of which, I did bamboozle my DM today.
Did you let you attack the darkness?
No, so you know the meme where like the player is describing the character to the DM, and the DM like only near the end finally pieces it all together and is like, "Wait a second, you're
It's like, wait a
playing the
minute.
mystery gang."
Oh,
Yeah. So I decided to bamboozle my DM because there's another D&D meme going around of being like the player's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna build a character, and I'm gonna call them Cooler DM." You know, by DM name. So you know the DM's name is Rasquez. I'm gonna be playing Cooler Rasquez.
damn,
just
that's kind of.
So
All right.
I posted in the D&D chat, I'm going to make a bard. He's going to be like a charming olive-skinned fellow who leaves women yearning for him in his wake.
Alright, he should have immediately been suspicious because you playing a minority.
Excuse you, I have played a woman, a slime, a dragon. I play plenty of minorities.
Human minority.
I even started a race war over one. So anyway, olive skins charming fellow who leaves women yearning for him in his wake. Except the gag is that he's still a virgin and can't remember any of their names or what they look like, and so he constantly gets into trouble. I'll call him Cooler Faceless. And Faceless immediately responds with, I got.
Did you actually name the character that?
Yes.
Yes, that is
Oh.
literally what he
That is
put.
literally what I put
I
in
will
there.
look. Give me a
Cooler
moment. I'll put a
Faceless.
screenshot for
Oh,
you.
okay, because I would have tried to keep it going for a bit by being like, his name is Cooler F. Less.
No, because I also wanted to incorporate the meme of just putting your DM's name.
Oh, see, no, that's why it's the middle initial, F. Less, because you don't write out your middle name. Oh no.
What happened?
Hmm.
What?
You didn't post Faceless's response.
Oh, I'm about to.
Okay.
You should,
wanna-
yeah. Let's make sure we get that follow up.
I want to get the full thing of what he posted and then your immediate clap back. I couldn't get all of it in one go.
Immediate clap. Oh, good.
Yeah, that one.
Good.
That
So
first one
Sneaky
is
had
an
an
entire
immediate-
picture. That is like
Okay.
immediately back to back. That's why I figured it was like, okay, he posts that, Sneaky immediately claps back with that.
Yeah, it was not
Mhm.
even like, yeah, there was a whole whopping 1 minute hesitation between him posting that picture and me posting that.
Oof.
It was just, it was great.
He could have avoided it if he.
He can't predict Sneaky, because Sneaky will just like bamboozle him.
Oh, hang on a
It's
second.
more
Let
like
me.
Sneaky is just the agent of chaos and will just do whatever he wants.
Yes, he can't predict him.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like Phoenix managed to provide a source of some sort, unlike Sign. So I'm gonna check this before I unmute Sign.
I don't know. Does he deserve to be unmuted when someone else provided the source?
Well,
Yes.
hang on a second. Ideas and designs of the Titans were inspired by Muv-Love and Hell Teacher Nube. Okay, so that's already taken a different step, but that is interesting.
I can see it.
Sign, you are reaching. That your example is just reaching.
Midnight stuff. He didn't hate. He hates drunks. That is not the entirety of humanity. You're staying muted for the rest of the stream. Fuck that.
Wait, what
No,
did he
that's
say
reaching.
he hates?
That is an overreach.
Sign,
your-
Sign
What
initially
did he
said
say
that
he hates? Sorry?
Drunks. Which is
Oh.
why he has
Sign.
all of the
Sign
Titans
claimed.
stumble around like they're drunk, killing people.
Well, it also explains the several business-looking man Titans now.
Yeah.
Because that's what he dealt with late at night, was unreasonable
yeah,
drunk
like I always
businessmen.
thought, like I was like, boy, a lot of like I always thought the Titans were, relatively speaking, pretty much just like the generic Japanese salaryman
Yeah.
face. Now
that
I know
explains it.
why.
Now it makes
not only
sense.
was Sign blatantly wrong, it was just more or less a what's the term, correlation, I guess, or whatever, just the
Sign
design.
assumed correlation, but there was no causation.
There was no correlation either.
Yeah.
So he doesn't
Like,
hate. He doesn't
I
hate
said
people
he
in general.
assumed correlation, Max.
But like, no, that's not hating the entirety of humanity. That's hating a small subsection.
He hated a small
Sign's
subsection and he
Sign's
didn't hate
claim,
what
I
he
think
actually
I
is.
think Sign's claim was he hates all of humanity, especially Japanese people. I
Yes,
believe
Yeah,
those were
that
the words
was
that
what he
came out of
claimed,
Sign's mouth.
Yep, those
Yes.
are the words, yep.
That is not what this interview says at all.
No.
He says he was inspired by Muv-Love Alternative and Hell Teacher Nube, and then focused his energy and his anger at drunks, which is completely fair because some drunks are just assholes.
Sign, you were just reaching for shit. So can you stop talking or stop typing? 'Cause you
No,
make
he can
yourself
keep
look stupid.
typing. He's just not going to be talking. He'll be screaming into the ether if he does.
You have lost talking privileges.
At least for this stream.
Too much was lost on this day. The wars, the battles.
What of value was lost though?
You can't hear him screaming from
Yeah, I
pain.
can't make him
inflicting curse of
scream in
age.
pain. Yeah.
Are you
mean,
saying?
Look at
Are
this
you
story
saying,
here. You know, we got Attack on Titan paired with a 25-year-old story here known as Harry Potter. It's practically a cult classic.
Oh.
Oh, he deafened
Also,
himself.
thank you, Phoenix,
What a
for
bitch.
actually tracking. Thank you, Phoenix, for actually tracking something down.
Let's see. Titan Soul and Memories. Spoilers for the manga. Harry Potter can remember every dream. Images of blood-stained flowers and massive walls and a rumbling that canceled all other noise. Who is this voice in his head, and what does it have to do with him? That's right. Harry Potter remembers being Ymir.
Shut up.
Oh, that sucks. Ymir has awful memories.
Yeah. Well, you know. Attack on Titan Godzilla crossover.
GG, Godzilla wins, I guess.
Yeah, Godzilla wins. He has
Is-
the ability to just like go
Godzilla
lol,
wins.
Lamau, nuclear breath.
Yeah, actually, that is the plot.
Oh, good.
Attack
Good.
on Titan.
He literally will just do the fucking Ultron grab from UMVC3 and just go, ha, no.
Attack on Titan: Rise of the King of Monsters takes place after Attack on Titan. Eren got reinstated as Godzilla and go on rampage as new protagonist
boy.
that is Mikasa daughter. Have dream killing Godzilla because it kill her parent.
That's
What?
annoying.
500
I
word
don't wanna-
chapters.
I don't want to read Aaron Yeager's thoughts on running around as Godzilla. I don't. I don't care.
And Mikasa's daughter fantasizing about killing him.
They definitely don't care about that because there's no way. There is absolutely no way that she got with anyone after Aaron's death.
I came up with the original one-shot Attack on Titan, won me the first prize, didn't think about it for a while after a couple of years. I tried to make it into a series, it felt shallow. What part would you say you wished... What would you say part of you wished the world would be destroyed? What, like a screw the world, go to hell? Yeah, I used to really think like that a lot. I used to think like that a lot.
He explicitly died thinking that.
Okay.
I wonder what it would be like to live in a world without people, like a I Am Legend sort of scenario. Living wouldn't be so easy with electricity and water, though. Ha ha ha. So you're saying you would be fine as long as infrastructure kept going? I think I could pull it off as long as I have my living environment intact. I could probably easily live the life of a hermit. None of this says he hates humanity! It also explicitly says he only used to think like that, not that he still thinks like that, and not that it even had any sort of impact on why he created Attack on Titan. Look, Phoenix, I appreciate you reaching for a sign, but you can't keep doing a reach around for sign. You are going to run out of arm before you reach his dick.
Damn.
Now, whether that's a sign's dick is too small joke, or a sign is fat joke, or any other number of ways you want to take that, that's completely up to you. Practicing for June? Fair enough.
Right.
But even this is still such a massive reach. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't hate people, he just wants to be a hermit.
Yeah.
What he
True.
wants is a world without people, which you can achieve without hating people.
Yeah.
I don't hate people. They're just really tiring to be around.
I mean, I
Listen-
hate people.
I loathe drivers on the road I have to share the road with because they're all fucking idiots.
I just hate the general public in general.
Yep.
My hatred for humanity is completely separate from my want to live alone. I don't want to live alone because I hate people. I just want to live alone.
Yeah.
And I hate people.
Yes. Your hatred of humanity is not why you want to live alone, but it helps.
Honestly, you know,
Certainly.
I don't hate humanity. I'm just disappointed in you fucks.
See, being disappointed would require me expecting anything else.
Despite my massive cynicism, I did have some hope in mankind.
Oh, so did I, but that was back in 2012 and 2010 and 2008, and then, 2008, 2010, and 2012 happened. At that point, I said, oh, well. Alright, well, I'm done.
Suck. Yeah, it turns out humanity kind of sucks in several regards.
I can talk up and down the road about certain subjects, and people will continue to fucking shit on it. Just because it makes them feel bad. And their feelings are all that matters. A teleport
sounds about
crystal shattered for a moment, and Kirito thought he was done. Then he realized the room was moving.
Oh God, no, no.
That's right.
Why did we just jump into this?
Attack on Titan.
I don't appreciate
Sword
you
Art
flashbanging.
Online.
How dare you
Bro,
flashbang me with
what the
SAO?
First of all, what in this shit is Kirito gonna do? By the way, I am actually just kind of getting annoyed with the SAO creator. Could you just fucking go? Listen, I want you to just mainline a German platoon's worth of meth and just pound out all of the SAO.
Progressive?
All the progressive books.
Yeah, you know what This is
Perverted.
something that I really hated about the author
progressive is
once I learned this. Dude's running like anywhere from 3 to 5 light novels. Like, bro, finish one, then move to the next project.
Nah. See, he's got to run. He's got to keep SAO going. Plus, he's got to
Man,
keep.
you gotta be like a terrible author or something to like run multiple stories in parallel at the same time.
Should I unmute him long enough so that he can respond to this?
And really slow down your update rate.
Hang on, Phoenix apparently posted another
Okay,
snippet.
a new attempt at relevancy. Popular
A
characters,
new
Captain
hand
Levi.
touches the beacon.
Levi's a
No,
character I
no,
created
no.
while doodling. Of course, I knew I had something. I saw Watchmen. Rorschach stuck with me.
Oh, it's relevant to you dunking on Phoenix a moment ago.
Oh, okay. He seems to be
In regards to
popular among
trap scene for
yaoi.
June.
Was that what you were aiming for? The fans might be disappointed to hear about this, but I've got a little bit of a yaoi fangirl inside me too. Because something went off in my head that said the yaoi fangirls are going to like this one. It's like, I'm sorry. The yaoi fangirls will go for anything with a fucking pulse and a flat chest.
Well, it's also got to be a pretty design.
Well,
The Bishonen.
yeah, obviously, but I mean, hey, when has that ever not been the case? I take it the idea. I've had a theory that yaoi fangirls tend to be drawn to mangas with less complex universes and more developed characters, which ought to make Attack on Titan a hard sell. The universe is so intricate. You say that, but I mean, it's pretty simple. They strap on all this military equipment, and then they go kill giant monsters that look like people, and then they fuck. Hey.
And have no junk. Don't forget they don't have junk.
I take it the idea is better to leave some space in the manga for the reader to fill by herself, right? With Attack on Titan, the poor art quality is where that space is left open. What?
What?
What? The characters and universe are already there, but there is room for the reader to participate by drawing it better. What?
Ro just admitted he wants all the good-looking fan art to plug into his manga panels.
Just be fucking Yogotaro. Just be unashamed. Like, can y'all send me all the porn and all the good art?
Sword
you
Art
guys just give me the good
Online,
art?
Alicization. Join
Oh, no.
Kirito
No.
and
Stop.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
What?
No.
What? Sneaky, you just
wait.
flashbanged me. What the fuck?
And friends for one last battle to save the human realm. A story if it went in different direction than the anime. No shit, you don't say, hey guys, did you know having Sonic might change the story?
Nah.
Nah.
Kirito, though?
I
That will
don't
change
see
it
how.
drastically.
Yeah. War must have an end. Oh, damn, who wants to tell him?
War never changes.
What is it good for?
And now it's time for where that happened. That's right, war is going to be put to an end by Sonic and Kirito. But it isn't going to be easy. See what new adventures Kirito, Sonic, and the rest will need to overcome for a better future for the human realm and dark territory.
Dark? Is this a Alicization?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Sneaky, this might be a continuation. This might be part of a series of fanfics.
It might be.
Also, my Sonic fan, that username is suspiciously familiar and I don't know why.
If you say anything mean to me, I will ignore and delete you.
Well, now he's just asking for it.
Okay, wait. How are they deleting us? It's a lot of power. Just deleting accounts you don't like.
Yeah, well, you know, Sonic has that power.
Well, it also it also sounds like something that fanfiction.net would somehow let through in the code.
Yeah.
Some weird
I mean, they
fucking
did
exploit.
have the exploit that let you delete reviews.
Yeah.
Sign-in
Yeah.
reviews.
Sonic Grand Order. Hedgehog is sent to
no.
different world. The last thing he would
No.
think is saving humanity from being extinct. But in case of
No,
Sonic Hedgehog,
Okay.
he is there for. But not only that, he is last remaining master humanity has. Join Sonic as he battles to restore humanity. Will he save everyone?
Doesn't
Okay.
Sonic like save humanity like every other Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, depends on the media you're in. Usually it's, you know, the anthropomorphized. Some games it does have humanity. But no, seriously, if they mention humanity in trouble, it's like, well, I can't leave you now that you told me that. So tell me what to do to fix the problem. Like, Sonic is consistently the embodiment of a hero, even when he's pulled from time and space or somewhere else. Someone tells him, we need your help. He's like, alright, got it.
Alright,
Tell me where to
cool.
go.
Yeah.
Who am I hitting
Unless,
and where?
unless he's busy trying to have sex with a woman.
What?
That assumes that he knows what sex.
That, I think you're referencing Sonic 06.
Yes.
But I feel like that was never requited on his part. But regardless, the good news though is that if this is Sonic the Hedgehog and not Sonic as a human, the problem's basically fixed. Regardless, like the servants are just the backup to him, because I'm pretty sure he can go toe to toe with most of the servants beyond freaks of nature like Gilgamesh or Hercules. So
Now,
that kind of
to be
solves
fair,
itself.
I would get a deep glee from watching Gilgamesh be like, What is this bullshit? Who sent a fucking hedgehog to fight me?
Why is the hedgehog winning? What's going on?
Gilgamesh has that Saitama moment of like, oh, who is this sassy lost child?
Okay, I finally punched him. And why is he turning golden?
Honestly, you know what? Unironically, Sonic the Hedgehog at his strongest probably could like go toe to toe with most servants that we've seen.
I have to. I don't remember the lore for like the Chaos Emeralds and shit. Are they like any man-made thing, or are they just weird occurrences?
They're naturally made. Eggman found a way to synthesize them to some degree.
Because I was just thinking, I'm just like, oh yes, Gilgamesh has them in his thing, and Sonic just being bullshit steals them, or something.
Gilgamesh fires out one of his gem encrusted things. It's like, oh yeah, that was made with a Chaos Emerald. It's like, oh sweet, free power up, thanks.
Gilgamesh, wait, that's illegal.
Wait a minute, only I can do that.
But you know, I try to look for like the interesting aspects of ideas here, just to keep a tiny bit of optimism with stories like that.
Mm-hmm. That's perfectly
This
fine.
would work. This works way better with Sonic as a servant and not as the master, because they're probably going to make it a human version of Sonic, which gets rid of
Doesn't
all
really
of
work.
the uniqueness of having Sonic in Fate Grand Order. In fact, I wonder. Sneaky's not here. Sneaky's walked off somewhere again.
Yep. What were you wondering though?
Oh. Mm,
What were you wondering that you were gonna ask him?
I'm looking through this chapter 1 at the moment, and they've got some weird. They've combined certain bits of script writing technique in with
Ooh.
traditional writing technique,
Oh no.
like quotation mark asterisk stirs in his sleep asterisk who's there quotation, like they're including actions in the dialogue with an
Oh, no.
asterisk for some reason. They're trying to. It's like they're combining script notation with traditional formatting, except they fucked up both.
That's
Hmm.
a thing.
Okay, well, he's not a human at least, so they're not screwing that part up.
Hmm.
That's true.
I mean, a lot of these stories by the same author are just Sonic, but he's in Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online, Sword Art Online, Sword Art Online V2.
Oh, look, Sneaky, Sword Art offline.
Sword Art
All right.
Offline.
All right. All right. I'll give you that, author. That one's a little funny.
That should be like 1,000-word crack thick one shot. Like, yeah, the servers just died. Everyone wants a refund.
Kirito put on the VR headset, and then he realized he needed to take the trash out. And by the time he came back, he was locked out of the game. Everyone died. The end.
He was so ugly.
Oh, you know, just to take a dig at, because I like Kirito and SAO Progressive because he gets to be a character there who gets to develop.
Right.
But just to take a dig at original Kirito, it's like, yeah, so he's locked out of the game. 6 months later, yeah, so they cleared the game. It's like, oh, They cleared the game and lost less than they only lost the people who self-deleted when they realized it was all fucked up.
Hmm. Let's see what else. Another Sonic the Sword Art fic. That's right. Solo leveling and a Sword Art Online fic crossing over. And it's in Spanish, even though I'm pretty sure I said no Spanish. I did, in fact, say no Spanish. I explicitly outlined no Spanish. Didn't
Too
hit
bad.
apply.
Well, that's what you're getting.
Code 000 Fran X of the Sword Art Online.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, the Franks.
Yeah.
That's. I don't know about
You mean
combining
Darling
those
in
two.
the softcore fantasy?
I mean,
Kirito is going to
it was
become
meant to be propaganda, so
for fucking and
yes.
reproducing, yes.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. They left out a core component of convincing people to do that.
Doing it?
Having hot girls in skin-tight suits in robots.
Pretty sure that's what they did.
No, they don't have that in reality. That's the problem. They
Ah.
gave people a super great fantasy with no way to execute.
Maybe they're just holding on to it.
Hey, listen, I'll go become an honorary Japanese citizen.
Kirito is offered to become a beta tester of the new system. Asuna wants to join him, but apparently she is going to be forced to.
The
What?
SAO
Huh?
American equivalent is just Warhammer.
How she wants to do it? How is she being forced?
I don't know.
How is that a bad thing?
Now, for the game to work, a partner is acquired, and for some
Oh.
odd reason, the partner has to be the opposite gender for the best experience.
Oh, one of these ideas.
We're gonna
Doesn't
get
Japan not
Yuri
allow
Konya
dual
and Vince
citizenship?
Potty.
Correct, sir. Japan does, in fact, not allow that. The Rise of the Integrity Knight. That's right. Sword Art Online. Rising of the Shield Hero.
Oh, very much like a light novel.
And you know what's even better?
No, what is better, Sneaky?
It's a self-insert OC!
Who could have possibly seen that coming?
Yeah. After a traffic accident, I somehow end up in one of my favorite animus after the show began. Could I be great ally for Shield Hero? Would I take care of Demi-Human if he made my son? Could he turn monster into allies? Read to no answer. Three reviews, 2 chapters, 4,000 words, 5 favorites. Woo! And it's all in Spanish. Oh wow. It was all in the player card was all in Spanish, and then the story goes back to being in English, but the entire thing is told through script writing. Canned script writing.
Okay, but why though?
Parish.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You have anything else to say about that?
No, I got nothing else to say about that. I mean, it's a really shitty fucking script. I mean, look at this. Question mark number 2. That's right, this is a second question mark person showing up.
The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you can tell Sneaky fucking hates this more than usual because he's not just like reacting to it and everything. He's
I
just
would say
tired.
he is in
He's just,
fact
like
not reacting.
Yeah, I'm just
He's-
fucking tired. It's just like, this shit is so fucking bad. Like, quote, parentheses, this confirms I am in Rising of Shield Hero, end parentheses, end quotes, hyphen. He thinks while watching functions of his state, hyphen, quote.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is just fucking terrible.
Hello, operator. I'd like to report a murder.
Hello, operator. I'd like to report a fucking idiot.
Well, to be fair, if you report that to an operator, they'll ask if it's you because they have to deal with that shit all the time.
I mean, that's fair.
Look, I understand people working at the government might not sometimes be intelligent. I have nothing but respect for the people who willingly work for something that's going to drive them insane. Because I'm certainly not going to fucking do it, but someone has to.
God almighty, this is some fucking dog shit, Jesus Christ. Yep. Yeah, okay, Yep. I mean it's just generic dog shit. It's just not even anything to write about, talk about. It's just generic dog shit.
Congratulations, author. You made Sneaky regret opening your story.
Doctor
That
Who,
is not particularly difficult, but
Sword Online.
Sword Online.
Yeah, so Doctor Who like takes Kirito on an adventure. Link start, Danger in the Virtual World, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sword Online. Ace Combat, Sword Art Online. How the fuck does that work? Oh yeah, it's Ace Combat. The fucking planes are coming by. Fucking nuclear missiles straight into Kayaba's castle.
For Starburst Stream is just a whole missile barrage.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen.
Hey, buddy, did you find
that
a
would be
reason to dive into the
entertaining, at
Matrix?
Like, listen, Kaiba has 4 seconds to go. How did they get a jet boom?
Oh god, it's even worse. They released their new game on the Nerve Gear. Aces Online, that's right. It's the follow-up game for Ace Combat 7, now as an MMO VR experience.
Die.
That's the worst. And a campaign set in a strange real world. No one expected to be forced to fight for survival in the game. I mean, do you know how many times you fucking die in Ace Combat? Like, goddamn, the casualty rates are gonna be horrendous.
Oh, they'll be terrible.
Wait, it's an MMO as well, which means that it's only draws PvP
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah.
Oh god.
SAO
I mean, listen,
XCOM Cross.
that's hilarious that Kaiba would do that to people.
He would.
Yeah.
That motherfucker would.
Well, here's the thing.
I've decided to make a virtual reality game, but at the end, you have to fight me. Why did you do this, sir? Because Yugi didn't fucking duel me. I still have sexual thoughts. I mean, I still want to beat him.
With
Okay, wait,
hammers.
hang on. Kaiba replacing Kaiba would be hilarious.
I'm glad I'm the only one who thought of Seto Kaiba when I heard Atin say that. I'm like, because that was the first thing.
Did you say you're the only one that thought of Kaiba? Or not the only one?
I'm just glad I heard he said Kaiba. I'm like, Seto Kaiba? Oh, he meant the Kaiba from.
Well, no, we're talking about SAO. He obviously means SAO Kaiba, and you're a moron who doesn't understand context clues. But I'll admit that there's comedy value to be found there.
Probably help if you guys figured out how to pronounce his name correctly. Just a thought.
Kiba?
No, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Kayaba.
That's what I said first time. Yeah, it's like I heard Atin say Kaiba. I'm like, isn't his name Kaiba?
No, it is supposed to be Kayaba.
I mean, I'm supposed to not call Fulgrim a whiny little bitch child, but you know.
Oh, okay, but you'll call him by his actual name. All right. You'll pronounce his name correctly. I see how it is.
Well,
Imagine
I
actually
can't use the
saying-
Max. That's because I can't use the spicy version of his name the community invented, because that has a few bad. Because that involves a bad Twitch word.
Ooh.
The only one I know of is Shitgrim, but alright, go off.
Come on, Nose. He works for Slanesh. What do you think they made it? Fulgrim?
I know. I know what they made it.
I want to be clear. They're not clever. They think they are, but they're not.
They are not.
Where did Sneaky disappear off to?
Probably
right
get more
back.
medicine when we're out.
I have no idea. What I do want to know, though, is how does the story change if it's Seto Kaiba instead of, you know, the incompetent Kaiba, who just has a weird god complex, I guess.
Well, the god complex would still be there.
Yes, but arguably more controlled.
It would be Duel Monsters themed instead of RPG fantasy. I expect it would go like Battle City.
That's probably how it would
Shit,
play out.
Battle City, yeah, Battle City did exist. You're right, it would in fact just be Battle City, which is depressing.
So somehow, let's say it still goes for like those that like year and a half it went, and for whatever reason, Kaiba's like, all right, we're gonna be dueling on top of this tower, just like the end of Battle City. He steps up on the roof. It's like, you've made a grave miscalculation here, sir. No one cares about your life after what you put them through. They will pull that trigger on that direct attack.
Pull the trigger! They won't pull the trigger. They'll fucking pinwheel slam the trigger.
You just reenact that final scene where it's like, you'll win, Yugi, but you'll knock me off.
Boom!
And meanwhile, SAO is like, alright, bet.
You'll win, but you'll kill me in the process! Frantically slams the button. Max hits button with gleeful intent.
Yes, gleeful intent. That's what it is.
I mean, that's what it would be.
I probably wouldn't imagine that they wouldn't even give him give him the duel he wants. They just find a way to just tackle him off, kill him from the gravity physics. They would
Kirito, you can't become a murderer! Get him! Fucking get him, boys!
Kaiba wants to show off his superiority in a final duel. Everyone, how about no?
I mean, here's the thing. You could make it work. Like Battle City, you say if you lift the mechanics of Battle City, you can totally make it work. Like, no question.
It would work 100%.
You know, one thing I appreciate about New Vegas is some places you go into and you try to take stuff and it's labeled stealing, but if you kill everyone in there, it's not stealing anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but you have to kill all. None of this silly little half measure stuff.
Commit.
Aye. All right. Well, I mean, there's nothing interesting in this fucking section.
Yeah, Sneaky, we determined that a much better version of SAO would be Battle City, and just put Kaiba in there.
I mean, yes.
I mean, the culmination is recreating the tower scene where he tells Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi, hey, you'll win, but you'll kill me at the same time. And this being SAO, everyone's like, all right, no problem. After putting us through suffering for a year and a half. I believe Atin's
Yeah, like
words
he
were...
thinks they'll be in a moral quandary. Meanwhile, they pinwheel slam that final attack.
Sword Art Online Dark Souls.
Oh no.
How does that work? So Dark Souls is all about the dying and this stuff.
Yeah,
Everyone's just undead, and every single time they die, they have to go through the pain of it all, and that just drives people insane.
A Naruto
well, okay,
SAO
you know what?
story.
Hang on a minute. Nose has actually given us a completely workable method there.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, technically, it would also be better than Sword Art Online: The Elder Scrolls.
Luis summons Yui, the Sword Art Online fairy, to the new world. But little did she know that all of the elven... What's the elven game called? Alfheim Online?
Alfheim, yeah.
Yeah, I
Little
think
did she
so.
know that all of Alfheim followed suit. Alright, so it's aping off, what the fuck was that series called? There's two familiar Zero stories way years back, 8 years ago now.
I mean, I don't know anything about
I
Familiar
know.
Zero,
I know
nor do
exactly the
care.
one you're talking. I think one of them at least, where Lewis does her ritual and she summons the damn tree in every player.
Yeah, that one. Fairies Online or something.
Something along that line. It was way too long.
Yeah, I mean it's
And I
dead
never
as
really-
fuck. Yeah, it's hyper dead.
Yeah, I never really got into that. I wasn't really a big fan of SAO or Familiar Zero at the time, so I read like a chapter and then dropped it.
Crossing the Edge of Humanity, a Naruto
Why did you even
harem
end up in that
Sword Art
section,
Online
then?
story. That's right. Naruto is going to go play Sao to find his humanity, and he gains a harem while he's there.
Naruto.
What about Naruto?
This
You may
shit's
wish
just
to
so
reevaluate
fucking
that life
boring.
decision, buddy.
This shit's just so fucking boring. You know what? We're just gonna call it here. This shit's just so fucking boring. It's like, it's not even like
Wow.
bad funny. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights. It's not even bad funny. It's literally like so dull I fell asleep for 5 minutes.
Oh, is that where you went?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro,
wow.
I actually fell asleep.
Damn.
I choose
Damn.
Castle. Ironcrag keeps its independence, but now everyone wants to control it. A cyberpunk Sword Art Online crossover. Like, what is this absolute dog shit?
Yes.
Man,
It
the
is...
fanfics claim victory tonight.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not even... It's just fucking bad.
They're just really unoriginal and boring.
Gears of War Sword Art Online.
Hmm.
None of these are helping.
Sword Art Online Game of Thrones.
No.
How will Game of Thrones react when giant floating castle appear above the people?
So what?
Bro,
It's
they'll
Lapida?
lose their fucking minds.
It's just Batman animated series and Sword Art Online. Featuring self-insert OC times Lifa.
Stop being horny for the elf.
Really? Lifa? That's who you're going for?
Yeah.
Cease being horny for the elf.
Yeah. Kids Next Door Sword Art Online. A teenage girl receives nerve gear. She goes into Sword Art Online with her best friends. And then in the game, she meets the Kid Next Door Guild.
That's dumb. You're dumb.
Fuck
Death.
off with that
Nah.
shit.
That's dumb. You're dumb. Your
Nah,
idea's dumb.
I'm
You
good.
should feel bad.
Like this is literally like I'm actually my
His eye
headache
is
is
twitching.
actually getting worse just reading these.
I
Like
don't blame you.
Kirito plays Roblox. After his adventures in Sword Art Online, Kirito plays Roblox.
What is with fucking Roblox? I don't fucking get what people like about that shit. Like, fuck.
Bound by steel, dreading echoes of the past was something Izuki was accustomed to. Whether it was life or video games made no difference. For someone who just survived hell, his life was still on the line. Members of the murdering guild, the Laughing Coffin, were still at large. Will Izuki's experience inside Sword Online finally put his fears to bed and bring much needed justice to the fallen? A Zootopia story!
What?
Hmm.
Huh?
Yeah!
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Yeah!
What a terrible day to have
I wasn't fully listening, so I thought you said Izuku, and I was expecting a My Hero Academia story.
Yeah,
No,
well, I don't know, you
no.
thought wrong. Yeah.
Not unless Izuku suddenly became a furry. Which, I mean, that's like half the story.
Don Machi Sword Art Online.
No! Oh my god. Please, guys.
The Alfheim servers collapsed, causing game objects, avatars, and players to appear inside of Don Machi.
Alright,
Yeah.
I give up. What's the correlation?
Nothing.
Ah.
Ignite Sex Pistols Go. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in Sao.
Okay, there's just... Okay, first of all, which Joestar are you putting in there? Because there's really only one Joestar that you could put in there.
My self-insert OC.
Yeah, that should go in there.
So, which Joestar did you want to put in, Atin?
Whatever the latest, youngest one is. Like, it's not... Jotaro's not gonna know what the shit fucking computer is.
In 2026, Halo Infinite gets a full dive port.
Oh no.
Bro, that's a terrible decision.
Is that what you think? Naruto the Lucky Gamer. Naruto the Lucky Uzumaki is son of CEO of Whirlpool Industry, has been recently famed as Maelstrom of professional VR MMO. At 15 was hitting records in most game he played. But what
Okay,
happens
I
if
can't
one
be mad
day
about
he
that
put on
because
nerve
Sume.
gear? Huh?
I can't be mad about that because Sumail. Like, oh, brilliant young gamer at 15. All right, fine. Fucking Sumail.
Okay, but we can be mad about the part where he's the son of the CEO of Whirlpool Industries,
Yes.
and that he's going around as Maelstrom and he's destroying every game in the VR MMO world.
Yes. Like,
I'll be-
you
I'll be-
were close to believability, and then you were stupid.
The Force
Honestly,
will
the
set me
developer.
free. A Sword Art Online Star Wars crossover. That's right. Featuring the most heretical pairing, Kirito times Sinon.
That doesn't sound like Asuna.
No, it doesn't sound like Asuna at all. Oh, actually, okay, you know what? Actually, yeah, we're going to close off tonight, and I'm going to talk about Immortals of Avernus. That's how we're going to close off tonight.
Ugh.
Did you
So,
have to...
I have the Game Pass. I saw they've recently added Immortals of Avernus to the Game Pass. I said, well, it's literally free. Might as well see what's going on with this thing. So, I installed it.
What was your level of regret?
That was a mistake.
What a
I
horrible
literally,
way to go about
I literally got to the end of the tutorial and just uninstalled the game.
Oof,
it. Damn, that bad, huh?
That's never good.
that is a very bad sign.
Yeah, so basically, the main characters are ugly as fucking sin. Like, I'm talking about, like, you know, fucking take Atin's face, and then someone just, it kept going, you know, just kept going, like, broke every ugly bat on Atin's face. And that's how ugly the main character was.
Gee, thanks, buddy. I love you too.
I literally just said they broke every ugly bat in the barrel on your face.
Yeah, but you're starting with my face.
Yeah,
Like-
you didn't exactly have to start with this face, bro.
Like, don't try to pretend that there was some
Yeah,
kind of
there's some
secret
fucking venom there.
area
Gamer.
that.
There's some fucking venom there.
I'm not your brother. I'm not gonna let you gaslight me.
Shots fired.
But anyway, point being, the main character is some white boy, you know, fuck boy, who is like totally square jawed, and but you know, got hit with the ugly bat like a lot. Like I was just like, god damn. Like first, like the opening seconds, I fucking enter into the game, I hit play, and the opening seconds, I'm like, god damn, he's ugly. Like, there was not a single thought before that. Like, it is opening seconds, first thing my brain conjured was, holy shit, he is ugly. And then the secondary character talked, I was like, holy shit, she is ugly.
What game is this again?
Immortals of Avernus. Like, it was like the fucking, like, so the side character's this black chick who's smarter than you and cooler than you and more determined than you, and it's just more awesome than you in general. And, you know, so the main character and this black chick are, well, he's watching the play. She's going around stealing money from everyone.
Oh.
So take that for how you will. That even in the DEI, they have the black person stealing. in the opening seconds of the game. And so then they make you run. So also, by the way, oh my god, I felt like I was having an aneurysm in the opening, like, walk along and listen section of the game, because like the sensitivity on the mouse.
Stop making those.
It was so bad. Like the sensitivity of the mouse was jacked all the way up, so I felt like I was on a fucking roller coaster the second I tried to look anywhere. And on top of that, there was just massive, like, ingrained motion blur that I couldn't turn off. I tried. Yeah, I told you, so fucking ugly.
I saw this, like, I think, like, on and off a while back. I thought it looked like kind of neat, at least combat-wise, but I didn't really feel anything else otherwise.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I
the
skipped it.
combat's fucking awful, right?
Oh.
So, then they introduce you. So the walk along and listen was fucking awful as well, because your sprint moved faster than the NPC's sprint, and it actively slowed you down if you tried to sprint past the NPC, so you only ever moved as fast as the NPC, but only if you were sprinting. Yeah.
Ooh. That's...
It supposedly won awards. Well, goddamn. But yeah, you have to get the younger versions. Those are the older versions of the characters. You have to get the you have to get the young versions of those characters. They're even uglier when they're younger. So anyway, the tutorial has you walk along, and the white boy is like, "Oh my god, black girl, I can't believe that you want to go to the military and fight in a war and die." Yeah.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, he's going full, he's going full white boy with the sauce, or whatever the fuck it's called.
He looks like a my first thought is he looks like a bootleg Leon.
Coked up white boy with the sauce.
I believe you're missing a word in there, Sneaky. I believe it's goated with the sauce.
Goated with the sauce. There we go. Yeah, he's a coked up white boy goated with the sauce.
Yes. Today I shall fucking kill someone with hammers.
You're like,
fucking
look how
hate
fucking
that.
ugly they are.
Someone's been
He
receiving.
looks like
mental
he's
damage.
half stoned.
All right.
He talks like he's half stoned.
He's seen some shit while stoned.
Yeah. So like, yeah, like the whole time, like the fucking black, like the white boy is like, you know, why aren't you just trying to avoid the draft like a normal person? And the black girl's like, no, we must fight and die for our country. It's our God-given right to die for our country. Die for my country. Hoorah! Da! And it's like, what the you were just stealing from your fellow countrymen a second ago.
Yeah, like I could be on board with that if they weren't just a thief.
Yeah.
2 seconds ago.
Yeah, and so
The
you.
character looks like fucking Paul Atreides that's in the fucking chat.
Yeah, exactly. And so it goes on, and you get to this section where, yeah. Yeah, literally. And so it goes on. You get to the section where they introduce the combat mechanics to you, and like your hand shoots these like beams of light, and they're small little laser beams of light, and you get like 5 shots, and then you have to reload your hand. And it's like, okay,
I'm
cool.
reloading my hand, huh?
It's like not bad. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's like, okay, yeah. So a little bit pew pew pew. It's like, all right, okay, fine. Not a huge fan of it, but okay, fine. And then you learn that actually, because of the magic shit going on, and all everything's going bad and stuff, that actually this basically purple creep-like stuff has been growing on everything, and it consumes everything over time slowly, and people have to use magic to blast it away as janitorial work. And to put it really like a fucking shit cherry on top of a shit cake, the white boy proceeds to go, you know, the janitors make about as much money as we just did clearing out those lunge pods. And they didn't have to steal for it. And the black girl's like, haha, yeah, you're right.
So wait, you could be a magic janitor
Yeah.
making a perfectly livable wage.
Yeah.
Actually, from the sounds of it, better than livable.
Yeah. Just by blasting those lunge pods, yeah.
No, but not even. You're not even blasting whatever the fucking lunge pod is. You're the guy. You're the guy that the Terran army pays to go around after they finished killing all the Zerg on a planet and just fucking use the scanner to find the creep tumors.
Yeah.
Burn that.
Yeah.
Can't do, boss.
Yeah.
Then come back 3 months later and the planet doesn't look like someone fucking ate Taco Bell on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And this
So,
bitch would rather steal.
Yeah, anyway, they get home, and apparently they just, like, randomly took random kids off the street in as well, and that's why they're forced to steal, because they have to get money to do stuff. And you'll see my confusion in a second. So, see, here's the thing, right? The town that the main character grew up in is a town hanging off the support arches underneath a giant bridge. It's a ramshack town, right? That hangs off the support arches of the giant bridge they are underneath, right?
Okay, so we've got
How
some
does
real
that work?
Final Fantasy VII shit going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, alright, fine, whatever, right? They heat their homes with firewood.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Not a stove?
No.
Firewood?
Yeah.
They burn. They have.
And where do they
firewood.
get that? What's this bridge made out of, Sneaky?
Wood and cloth.
And what are their
So
homes
it-
made out of?
Wood and cloth.
So exactly what we all knew was coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I see. I do believe they have taken some stupid pills for this one.
Yeah, so they
Okay, I have to ask, just for the
Yeah.
for the height of stupidity,
yeah.
where do they get the wooden cloth?
Who knows?
It is a mystery.
Yeah. Presumably they salvage it from someone else.
And the I'm terrified to ask this. The firewood that they burn.
Yeah.
Is that just the fucking bridge?
No, the bridge is made of stone. And the firewood isn't salvaged. They're not burning salvage. They're burning like firewood, like triangles of firewood. Like normal actual firewood, which is I'm getting really confused by, because I was like, how the fuck, like, it's like one thing if it's like, oh, this is like a magic flame inside here, and he like has to refill the mana bar on it or something. It's like, alright, cool, whatever. It's like, nope, it's like real firewood. And it was even dumber, right? So they had one of the input chutes open for this furnace. This furnace that heats their house, and only their house. Because apparently they owned a full-ass, multi-story house as a bunch of orphans.
In a shanty town on a bridge.
Yes, under a bridge. Yep. Hanging, by the way. Massive bridge hanging over a giant ravine of rapid flowing water.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So this multi-story house is being heated by this giant furnace they have, and they have 3 whole flues that they have to fill with firewood every day to keep their house warm. And
Children, have you considered? Listen, I understand the boomers ruined it for all of us, and you don't want to give up your house, but stop being a boomer and downsize, children.
yeah. So it gets worse because the flues are blocked off by a metal grate that sits over the fire that you can't access without removing the metal grate that is currently being heated by the fire.
The bare metal grate, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that one works. So anyway,
With very great care.
yeah, the white boy. Anyway, so white boy is really angry that the black girl is gonna go and die in this ever war, and he's like, okay, well, look, black girl, I know you're really determined to go and die in the ever war. But when you get to boot camp, can you please not tell everyone you're from this city? And she's like, why not? And he's like, because everyone in this city believes that this city is independent from the country we're currently in, and the country fucking hates us. And you're gonna get your shit beat out of you if you do that. And she's like, yeah, but we're the bestest city ever. Why wouldn't I tell people I'm from it?
Holy shit, that's like
Hey,
That's like
just
me
he just
walking-
explained it to you.
that's like me going to a Red Sox game and loudly declaring to everyone that I'm from Chicago, and boy howdy, the Cubs are the fucking best.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get shot.
Yeah.
And I would deserve it.
Yeah, so so that's the conversation you have with her, and then you have to go comfort the children that you're the parents of ? Like not actual parents, like adoptive parents of, because they're so young and you're not. And the children are like, "Oh my God, she's leaving us," and your dialogue options are, "Yeah, she is," and "No, she would never leave us. Why would you think that?" So anyway, the kid cooking the soup is like, "Hey, can you go get some vegetables from our roof garden for the soup? Our very plentiful roof garden, which has like literally months worth of food growing in it."
Why this bitch stealing again?
I don't know.
It is a mystery.
And so anyway, they're all sitting down to eat, and then the final member shows up, and he's like, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Haha, happy birthday, black girl." And he throws her a snow globe, and then he collapses, bleeding out, because apparently a bullet tore through his kidney and intestines. And they're like, "Oh no, what do we do?" And white boy's like, "All right, you guys gotta keep like pressure on that wound or something. We're gonna need to find medicine for this wound." And black girl's like, "Oh, I know a place we can get medicine. Follow me." And so you do, and then
Does it involve theft again?
yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So anyway, you get to this rich mansion, and black girl's like, "We gotta rob this mansion for their medicine." And the white boy's like, "Well, how do you know there's medicine in this mansion that would heal his wounds?" And she's like, "I don't, but rich people have everything, so clearly they're gonna have medicine for it."
You know, why can't you just burgle it instead of rob it? Like, one of those leads to violence.
And so anyway, arbitrarily, one of the like for some reason, just out of the fucking blue, this random wood shackle watchtower has a rope you can slide down that leads directly to the balcony of the mansion you're trying to break into.
It was put there by the developers, don't you know?
Yeah.
What in the fuck?
And so you're walking around the mansion and you just find a bunch of expensive books. And he's like, so again, like, what are we looking for here that you think would heal him? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I just assumed we would, like, understand what a healing crystal looks like when we saw it.
Oh, of course it's a fucking magic rock.
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes me most upset about that is if they had told us that there were magical healing like it. The problem with this is you say medicine game.
Yeah.
But what you mean is healing potion. Because listen, if I break into a noble's mansion in D&D, I'd fully expect there to be several healing potions lying around. Because if you can afford it, why would you not keep the magic anti-dying potion?
Yeah.
Not like, yes, I have a supply of, right? Because like a normal rich person today, yeah, sure, they'll have like a first aid kit. But unless they're ultra paranoid and ultra rich, they're not going to have a doctor on staff.
Yeah.
They're not going to be sitting around with morphine and suture kits and etc. But if it's the magic bottle, cool, chest wound gone.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to fucking have that. Fucking
Yeah, so anyway, you go deep into the mansion, and then the black girl sees some sort of, like, gauntlet floating inside this display case. She's like, oh my god, I want that. And then takes a giant rock and just smashes the display case open and grabs the gauntlet.
And where's this rock come from, Sneak?
It doesn't. It never shows up. Because the second the black girl grabs this gauntlet, the alarm starts sounding and guards pour in, and then you kill them all. But
Weren't we here for medicine?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so anyway, you
For
run
our
away.
dying friend who brought us a present?
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, you run away without medicine because the black girl got the real sweet loot she was looking for. And then as you're running away, it turns out that you don't need to worry about getting caught and prosecuted. Because actually, the super evil bad guys decided that they were going to genocide your city next, and they just showed up and started dropping bombs on your city. And then everything got better because, I don't know, reasons. But yeah, so anyway, like there's these really weird battleships, magical battleships, just started like flying through the city and bombarding everything. And
what year is your car, Ricky?
Then
I told you.
you're like running through the city and everything's exploding, and they reuse the same fucking map 3 times for the map you have to walk through and listen to what's going on in the lore in the tutorial. And so anyway, eventually you and Black Girl show up at your apartment mansion, and in front of the apartment mansion, a Sith and a Jedi are fighting, and the black girl's like, oh my god, you idiot, get down, you don't want to get between a Sith and a Jedi fighting. And the white boy's like, nah man, I can totally make it, I'm gonna break a break for it. And he goes to try and run, and the black girl tackles him, and then out of nowhere, a battleship is like, I'm gonna slowly power up my laser beam in a very slow, dramatic manner.
Fucking stupidity.
And the white boy's like, oh no, it's gonna shoot the laser beam. And then it does. And then it turns out that it was still a death bomb. And it blows up the Jedi and the orphans. and that's it. It doesn't hurt the Sith at all because reasons. And then
Was it a giant death beam?
it was more like a death bomb.
Death bomb? Maybe they just had really good IFF technology.
No, maybe not.
He had death bomb for farmer.
Yeah. So anyway, the black girl's like, "Oh my god, I'm so angry right now," and then she runs out and stands in front of the Sith and is like, "Sith, I'm gonna kill you here, rah, black girl power," and starts shooting snowballs at the Sith, and the Sith is like, "Really? That's it?" Okay. And then proceeds to show her what Kobe felt like in his last moments. And so then White Boy is like, "No, black girl, I can't believe you fought a Sith, and then he dunked you off an edge and made you fall to your death."
Perfect size. I mean, I don't know if we'll find one.
And then his eyes started glowing, and he became the goated White Boy with the sauce. And then that's when he started glowing, and this is why I quit the game, right? So I quit the game at this point because after he started glowing and doing all that shit, you unlock your special final attack, which
The Avatar state?
yeah, basically it's the Avatar state where you channel all 6 elements into your attacks, and basically it's this absurd SFX, just fucking enormous screen fuck, right? Like, you can't see, like, every single time, like, you shoot a flamethrower of rainbow fire, right? And you can't see anything that's going on anymore. Shit's just exploding everywhere. Your rainbow fire is drowning out any of the abilities and spells that the enemy is casting at you. And they can barely cast at you because actually it's a knockback, it's a slow, it's a damage over time, it's a high burst DPS ability, and it sends them flying in the air. And it's an instant recharge as well in your Avatar state. And so then you just you gun down hundreds of soldiers, even though you could barely shoot a Womp Rat 10 seconds earlier, because you just got so mad that the black girl died. And then you kill the Sith with your new rainbow lightning fire powers, and you go, "Oh wow, I'm tired now," and then you fall unconscious. And yeah, I quit the game after that and uninstalled it immediately because it was so bad, because I literally could not see what was going on, and the game was teasing me, like, you know, they're doing that whole thing where it's like, this is what you're gonna be like at endgame, where you're so powerful, and I was like, this is the endgame, this is what I have to look forward to, not being able to see what the fuck is going on anymore? No. I'm done. No. So, yeah, that's why I uninstalled it. It was bad. I hated it.
A part of me is just annoyed at just, like, I want to say just the blatant just lack of awareness with the black girl character. Like, are you trying to make her be like this ultimate stereotype?
Yeah, I just it was all over the place, and I was just like, I don't have time for this.
Like, I hate diversity bullshit crap, but that just makes it dumber than anything. And it's like, I hate shit being written like utterly stupid more than anything like that, because that's just like, I can't tell if they're trying to be offensive or not, or they're just that unaware of what they're doing. the faceless ping now.
Anyway, yep, so we're going to wrap that up tonight, and I just wanted to really inflict the Immortals of Avernus upon everyone else, because that shit was just terrible. So honestly impressive that they tried to make a game out of that, because that shit was bad. But yeah, we'll see you all on Friday, because there is always more, and it always does get worse.